My name is Bernie Holtman. I work for 5D Hats and Leather in Abilene, Texas. They've been in Abilene for 20 years. We build custom hats and leather. What we're going to do today is go through a process if you come in this shop and buy a hat. Now, I'm not the owner. I'm just the one that works on everything in the shop. And we're going to use this young lady to demonstrate what we do. So she has chosen a brown hat. So we get a body, which is the hat that comes from the hat factory, and then this is the hat as it starts. Now this young lady, we need to find out what size hat she wears. So we're going to take this device that was built in the early 1800s. And we're going to put it on her. Now we're going to put this conformer on her. Okay. Hold that. Do you wear a hat at all?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Hold it right there.
Okay.
Okay. Now what I want to do is manipulate the top of this conformer. Going around here is fingers, and all these fingers will set to your head. So that card I put in the top, here over there. Will actually come out, and that's what her head looks like. That's a perfect image of her head.
And right now it looks like there's a hat being made.
You have to be up in 5 hours. 2 hours. 6 minutes.
In our world, the best hats are made out of pure beaver. That's the belly fur of the beavers. And that's what the trappers in the 1800s and 1700s trapped the beaver for in the mountains of the West, so they could get the pelts. It takes approximately 18 beavers to make one hat. Okay? So when we get in here, then you can see the difference in these two hats. You can't see it? Okay. Really, the hat quality is in the touching and the feeling. If you get close up, you can see the fur on this one,
Which is the better one?
and there's not any fur on this one. Okay, so when we get to this point, the hat comes from the factory, which is made in Tennessee. We take this, and this would become the size of the young lady's head. This block then is put in this hat, and we form this hat over this block. And we tie a cord around it, and we pull it down to where it's snug. At that point, when we get it that far, then we come over here to this, to the crown press. And this right here, if you come over here, you can see it, is a iron. And this iron works back and forth on this block. And it compresses all the fibers and bonds the fibers together. When we get this done, then it will go into, let it run around here. Okay. So then when we get the crown pressed, then we come over here to this device, which is a brim press. And the hat then goes in to the brim press. And the brim press does the same thing that the crown press does, except it flattens the iron. Now, all hats are made differently. There's different qualities of hats. So the better quality hats have mink and different kinds of fur, beavers, and that kind of thing in it. And lesser qualities hats have rabbit and other type of furs. But they're still all good quality hats. It's just the better quality hats have better quality fur. When it comes out of the brim press, the brim is flat, and it's the brim and the fur is all bound together through the ironing process. So in here, what we intend to do in here is we want to get this hat to a perfect quality of fur hat. So what we have to do is we have to sand this hat to remove all the guard hairs and the coarse hair out of the hat making process. And the way that is done is we start with a coarser sandpaper first and get down to a smoother sandpaper. So what we do when we're sanding it is actually we're sanding it like this, and we go round and around and around when we're doing the brim, and we're sanding that hair off or fur off, and it comes off and it looks like this. And we do the same thing on the top, and we sand it until we get the whole hat the same texture all the way around. Our hats are 20X, 10X, and 100X. The 100X is the best quality. The 20X is the next best quality down, and the 10X would be an everyday hat. Most cowboys in West Texas that buy from us buy the 20X because it can be rebuilt more times. It's better quality fur. The fur is bound together tighter, and it will withstand the punishment that those working cowboys give to these hats.
Go.
When we get to this point, when this hat is complete, then you will come back here, or you will tell us when you order it what color ribbon or how you want your ribbon put on your hat. So that we have all these colors we can choose from. Then they're put on the hat. You can put it around the hat, or you can put it on the edge for binding. And then that completes the hat. Then the finishing process is the creasing of the crown and how you want the brim done. And that completes the hat. We've got a steamer here, and we steam this, which loosens the fibers of the hat. And then we start creasing the top for the individual creasing. All cowboys or all people want different kind of creases. That's their type of brand. The same way with the brim creases are all different. And again, it's accomplished with the steam. And the steam relaxes the fibers long enough for us to manipulate it and set this hat the way we want it. When it cools off, it will maintain or stay shaped like it is.